Definitely made things eerie for the Browns.
I think the big thing is that we got an opportunity to score and advantage of it.
Here's what Greg means. Early in the first period, of his play, Hall can't handle the ball. The Bengals recover. 10:56 left in the period when the Bengals convert the turnover. Anderson to Johnson, 6 yards, 7-0, Cincinnati. The Browns continued to be overly generous, which made the Bengals overly happy. On the very next series, Pruitt fumbles after a vicious hit.
Anytime we play Cleveland, it's a hard-hitting game. You know, they're a hard-hitting team. We're a hard-hitting team, and I think there's always that little extra when you play against Cleveland because they're in our division, and you know we're always in a tough competition with them, and it's always a tight game.
But not today. After Hicks recovers Pruitt's boo-boo, Anderson hits Collinsworth, who catches the ball sandwiched between two brown jerseys. This 39-yard touchdown pass made it 14-0.
He threw it up in the air, and the guy had pretty decent coverage on the thing, and he just put a lot of height on it, and you know, he let the old tall and lanky go get one.
Anderson had another great day, completing 26 of 32 passes for 235 yards. And again, Kenny remained humble in the victor's locker room.
Anytime you can play on a muddy field and have your uniform clean at the end, you know somebody up front did a good job, and those guys did an exceptional job today.
On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate the offensive line's performance today?
Well, I'd have to look at the film tomorrow, but I'd say had to be about an 8 anyway, I guess.
You know, give Lindy Infante some credit. He's keeping a lot of defenses off balance with the things that we're doing, and you know, that all boils into it also.
What boils into confusing opposing defenses is this: mixing up things offensively. A perfect illustration is the Bengals' third touchdown drive. 10 plays, 80 yards, and as you can see, everyone seemed to pitch in. And with 10:46 left in the half, Chris didn't miss. 21-0 as Collinsworth is just about ready to start a Ken Anderson fan club.
Well, you're talking about, in my opinion, the league MVP this year.
The Browns got on the board on a 3rd and 30. Ricky featured on this pass play, 21-7. But the Bengals sewed things up right here. This touchdown pass to M.L. Harris, his first of the year right before the half, sent the Bengals into the locker room with the momentum and a 21-point halftime lead. The Bengals went into the locker room up 28-7 at halftime, and perhaps Cleveland fans would have preferred seeing the Indians play today. It was a scoreless third period as the Bengals continued to do what they didn't do earlier this year against the Browns, and that is pressure Brian Sipe.
I think we handled them defensively. I think that we confused them in the first half, and we sent a lot of different things in, and we had them on the ropes basically to start out with, and that's important. Our game is to get them where they have to throw the ball, and then we can do a lot of things from that, and that's what we're able to do.
The Browns started to gain some momentum in the fourth period. Yipes, it's Sipe motoring for 22 yards, which helped set up this Pruitt run from 1 yard out, 28-14. But on the ensuing series, the Bengals let the Browns know who was going to win this battle on the lakefront. Pete Johnson carried 6 times in a 63-yard ball control drive, capping it with 11 of his 105 yards rushing, 34-14. At this point, Browns fans started leaving, Bengals fans started celebrating. And shortly thereafter, the Bengals add insult to injury. Sipe fumbles, the Bengals recover, Johnson connects on his third touchdown of the day 5 plays later, 41-14. Meanwhile, the Browns needed a break today, so they went to McDonald. Paul McDonald, who hits feature on this 45-yard pass play. Later, a 70-yard TD drive is capped by a McDonald golden arch to Pruitt, 41-21, and that's how it ended up, as the Browns were black and blue by day's end. Forrest Gregg got the game ball because everyone knows how badly he wants to beat Cleveland.
Those of us who've been around in Cincinnati for some time have really come to respect Forrest Gregg. You know, there's other situations or emotions, you can call it, involved, but we really want to win this game for him because he really wanted to win it.
Since about the 4th or 5th game of the year, he's given his team some real stability.
The Bengals are now stable at 10-3. Next week, San Francisco and the 49ers may have better luck panning for gold than beating the Bengals. From Cleveland, Bob Hillman, Channel 9 Sports.